So let's rank the second half of the 36 movies I watched in the month of June 2021. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. So I'm going to be bringing to you the second half of my June 2021 Flick Rewatches ranking. If you've not seen the first part, click on that card that's coming out. There we go. And catch up with much of I missed, or see them again if you wish. Flicks that I ranked from 36 to 19. Anyways, now I'm giving you the second half of movies, starting from 18 going to number 1. So which of these flicks is going to do well? Well, you just gotta stay tuned and find out. So if you are ready, let's begin our ranking second half. Coming in at number 18 is Hot Shots from 1991. I love this movie. Charlie Sheen is absolutely hysterical in this as Topper Harley. We got lots of other good performances from Lloyd Bridges, Cary Elwes, and Valeria Golino. Even John Cryer, way before he reteamed with Sheen for TV's Two and a Half Men. I just gotta say, it's absolutely funny. Of course, it's a parody of Top Gun, but lots of other movies such as 9.5 Weeks, Dances with Wolves, The Fabulous Baker Boys, many others. But I have to say, this was just so much fun. And it was directed by Jim Abrahams, who was co-writer and co-director of Airplane. Of course, he also worked on the Kentucky Fried Movie. Yeah. Hot Shots. I think you'll like this movie, but maybe you'll find out when I review this movie later on next month, because the film's about to celebrate its 30th anniversary real soon next month. Now, coming in at number 17 is Thunderball from 1965, the fourth James Bond movie. This film is a lot of fun. I mean, once again, Sean Connery is really good as Bond. I really enjoyed the action, the underwater sequences, and of course the theme song to this by Tom Jones. I think that was so incredible. This is another good James Bond movie. And you'll be seeing more James Bond movies in this half of the ranking. Thunderball, just a blast, and what have you. It's definitely pretty cool. Now, coming in at number 16 is The Stepfather from 1987. I love this movie. I had a Stepfather marathon this past Father's Day. I will say that this was really good. It's the best of the trilogy. Don't hate me for that. I mean, I'm sure some of y'all like Stepfather 2 a little more, but I like this a whole lot. Terry O'Quinn is absolutely good as the stepfather, and Shelley Hack is the widow he marries, and the one widow's teenage daughter, played by Jill Schoelen, who I found out that's the girl who played Jill in Babes in Toyland that came on TV the previous year, that had Keanu Reeves and Drew Barrymore in. Yeah, it was her, and I soon found out she was a scream queen as well. Anyway, I think this is a great psychological horror film. I really loved the Stepfather. It's pretty cool. I just really got a good feel from it. It was just so awesome. Now, coming in at number 15 is The Conjuring from 2013. Well, at first I didn't think I would enjoy this movie, but after I watched two of the Annabelle movies, I soon decided to give this film a try. This was definitely a pretty good supernatural horror flick. James Wan did a great job in directing this. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are very good as Ed and Lorraine Warren, don't get me wrong. I liked the setting of this, taking place in 1971. That was good. And what can I say? Just so much good when they helped out the Perrin family in Rhode Island. That was really something. It almost kind of reminded me of the Amityville horror almost, in ways. Yeah. Yeah, but still, The Conjuring's definitely a good movie. You'll see the second one on this ranking. That's still ways to come. But The Conjuring's definitely good. Now, I have yet to see The Devil Made Me Do It, but don't worry. I like I said, I will watch it when it comes to physical media, and I'll review it later on this year. I'm possibly going to try and see The Nun and The Curse of La Llorona one day. And then if I do, I'll review those along with the Annabelle movies later on in October for my Spooktacular October. Promise. Alright, now coming in at number 14 is Fast 5 from 2011. This, of course, is the 5th installment of the Fast and the Furious franchise, which I have finished reviewing all of and did a ranking of. Anyway, this was a big redemption after, despite critics were harsh on the previous installment, Fast and Furious, but don't get me wrong, that was good and all. But this got even more good response, and with it being a heist film, it was awesome. With the introduction of Luke Hobbs, played by Dwayne Johnson, now that was really something. I really loved his performance. Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, everybody in this movie was really good. And I really got a good kick out of Fast 5. It's so awesome and fun. I think you can't go wrong with this movie, or maybe there's more that's even better. Just stay tuned to this ranking. You'll see where one of the other movies I saw in this franchise winds up. But Fast 5, I love it. Now coming in at number 13 is Dr. No from 1962. The first ever James Bond movie. And the first half, Sean Connery as 007. Definitely very good movie. I really did enjoy this one. It's one of my favorites of this franchise. If you haven't seen my ranking of the James Bond franchise with Sean Connery, I did not so long ago. Anyway, and I also like the character of Dr. No. That was a very good villain, what have you. It was just so much fun and action-packed. Getting to hear the James Bond theme for the first time, that was awesome too. Just so awesome. Now coming in at number 12 is another James Bond movie, and that's Our Majesty's Secret Service from 1969. George Lazenby's only entry as 007. But I will say, after revisiting this film, this has grown on me a little more than what it did. I didn't think I would enjoy this, considering it was Lazenby's only Bond entry. But still, it still proved to be a good movie in ways. I especially did enjoy the performances from the others stars, including Diana Rigg, who played Tracy, and Telly Savalas' portrayal of Blofeld. That was really good too. Almost close to being as good as what we saw with Donald Pleasance in You Only Live Twice, which that's still ahead on this ranking. But on Her Majesty's Secret Service, it's definitely a good Bond movie, and I really do enjoy it for fun and action and all that jazz you can get from a Bond movie. Now coming in at number 11 is The Nutty Professor from 1996, which I reviewed for its 25th anniversary not so long ago. I love this movie. After revisiting it, It was just a blast. I mean, I got a ton of laughs from it, like I did when I was a teen, and now I still get that same amount of laughs. Yeah, I mean, Eddie Murphy is absolutely hysterical as Professor Sherman Klump, and soon, well, as he becomes Buddy Love, he's more crazier than you can ever imagine. As Murphy does play, well, the big guys and ladies in the Klump household, this is just, wow. I really did enjoy this. Jada Pinkett Smith's also good in this. So, I got a lot of good laughs from this, like I said. Now, I do like the original as well, since I've seen it a couple times. If I rewatch it again sometime down the road, you might get a review of it. But in the meantime, I'm glad my review's done well for this. I just found it's already reached 10 views, so thank you. So anyway, Nutty Professor, absolutely hysterical. I just got too many laughs out of it. I love the part where Buddy's confronting that comedian Reggie on stage and what have you, boy. It's so much fun. So much fun. Okay, top 10 now. Coming in at number 10 is Fight Club from 1999. Now, I hadn't seen this film in a few years. It was good to revisit this, and it was on Amazon Prime. Wow, it's still a blast from start to finish, based on the book of the same name. About an insomniac office worker who happens to be our unnamed narrator, and a devil-may-care soap maker form an underground fight club, where the first rule is you don't talk about it, and so on. Going to the final rule, because I always like that. If this is your first night at Fight Club, you have to fight. And boy, it gets bloody and brutal. Yeah, Edward Norton and Brad Pitt are absolutely awesome in this movie. This is easily one of my favorite movies of 1999. I got a real good kick out of revisiting this. You can't go wrong with this movie. Fight Club is just super awesome. Again, I do love it. Now, coming in at number 9 is The Conjuring 2 from 2016. I like this just a little more than the first one for certain reasons. I like how the story focuses on the infield ghost and what have you. Yes, it was called the Infield case in the UK, because that's where most of the movie took place at, and Lorraine Warren fly to England to help this family out. I will say this is very good. Once again, James Wan does a great job in directing this, and I got to enjoy a whole lot of this shocking, supernatural feel of this movie. It's definitely good. Even from the beginning, when they investigate the Amityville murders at the Amityville house. But anyway, yeah, but still, The Conjuring 2 is just so much good. Also, like its predecessor, it does have a couple of old tunes you get to hear. I thought that was pretty darn awesome. I gotta say, really awesome. Anyway, again, Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga once again do a great job as Ed and Lorraine Warren. And, well, what can I say? I really do enjoy The Conjuring 2. Just about a little more than the first one. But you'll have to take my word for it. Now, coming in at number 8 is Ferris Bueller's Day Off from 1986. Great 80s teen comedy. You cannot go wrong with this movie. Matthew Broderick, absolutely good. John Hughes does a great job in directing this. Yeah, Alan Ruck, Mia Sara, Jeffrey Jones. Yeah, they were all pretty good. I really got to enjoy the story of this high school slacker who skipped school for a day. I especially like when Ferris regularly breaks the fourth wall to explain his techniques and inner thoughts and all that jazz. Especially in the end after the credits. Like, you're still here? The movie's over. Go on home. Oh, yeah, it's fun. Again, you can't go wrong with this movie. I recently reviewed this not so long ago because it celebrated its 35th anniversary, and this movie is just a blast. It's a real good movie. Okay, number 7 is Goldfinger from 1964, the third James Bond movie. Once more, Sean Connery, great as 007. And you can't go wrong with this one. This was the film that really, well, made the James Bond franchise big, even after Dr. No and From Russia with Love being successful. But anyway, also having Gert Frebe as the title character, Honor Blackman as Pussy Galore, and Shirley Itanes as Jill Masterson. Very good. And especially the theme song by Shirley Bassey. Wow, this is just so much fun. Let's see, Odd Job is a great, well, sidekick to Goldfinger. Really cool. I gotta say, this is easily a very good James Bond movie and one of the greats in spy movies and what have you. I just enjoy it. Now, coming in at number 6 is The Great Muppet Caper from 1981. Now, this is another film I recently did a review of not so long ago. It turned 40. I love this movie. This is easily a childhood favorite of mine. I love it. The story, Carmen and the gang going to England to interview Lady Holiday, but end up in the middle of a jewelry heist that's being caused by her brother Nicky, played by the late great Charles Grodin. And I gotta say, Diana Rigg is really good as Lady Holiday. Oh wow, this film is such a blast from start to finish. I loved a whole lot of this. The musical numbers are really good. I like them. Hey, a movie, which of course you hear at the beginning and the end of this movie. This movie's just wow. It's easily one of my favorites. While I still like the Muppet Movie a bit more, that's still to come on this ranking. But anyway, The Great Muppet Caper is just so incredible. It's amazing, and I do love it very much. Alright, top 5. Number 5 is You Only Live Twice from 1967. Now, this was what would be possibly be the final Bond movie for Sean Connery, since he decided to retire after this. And even after George Lazenby did Our Majesty's Secret Service, Connery would come back and do Diamonds Are Forever. But anyway, this film's one of my favorites. I love this movie. I get to see, well, not just I, but we get to see Bond travel to the land of the rising sun, which is Japan. Yeah, I really got to enjoy this. And the screenplay done by Roald Dahl, the guy who gave us some great books and stories, just like Matilda and James and the Giant Peach, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and many others. Yeah, this film is definitely really something. The theme song is really good, done by Nancy Sinatra. You can't go wrong with that. I like Donald Pleasance's portrayal of Blofeld, whom we get to see completely for the first time ever. Let's see. Louis Gilbert's direction was real good, too. I just gotta say, it's just so awesome. I really enjoyed You Only Live Twice. It's definitely good. Number 4 is Furious 7 from 2015. Now, I will say this is probably the best of the Fast and the Furious franchise. If you've not seen my ranking of the franchise, you'll find out why. But anyway, I really loved Furious 7. This is easily a great movie. Once again, great performances by Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, whom unfortunately was taken away too soon after he did the previous one in 2013. But this would be his last performance in the franchise. We have Dwayne Johnson back as Luke Hobbs, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, Jordana Brewster, they're all back. We get Kurt Russell in this as Mr. Nobody, great character, and Jason Statham as, well, Shaw. Yeah. Deckard Shaw, that is. I really think this was so awesome. It was intense, it was thrilling, it had all sorts of great action, what have you, and this became the most successful of all of the films in the franchise to this day. And James Wan did such an amazing job in directing this. I was really impressed with. So Furious 7 is definitely a great one. Number 3 is The Muppet Movie from 1979. I love this movie. This is definitely a great movie. This is the one that started it all. I mean, as The Muppet Show was being so successful in syndication, well, Jim Henson's great characters at Muppets got their first feature-length motion picture. I really did love this. They were all real good. Doc Hopper was a great villain. Charles Durning played him. Austin Pendleton played his partner Max. Really good. And I love all the cameos we got. From James Coburn to Richard Pryor. Madeline Kahn, Telly Savalas. Paul Williams, who actually wrote the songs, wrote the music and songs for this, including Rainbow Connection, which of course is one of my favorites. Actually, I learned that song in my music class even before I even knew that song even exists on this one, because I don't seem to recall seeing this when I was a kid, even before I got on video in the mid-90s. Yeah. Anyway, and Edgar Bergen, whom we sadly lost after he filmed his cameo. Steve Martin's in this, and Orson Welles has a cameo, and Cloris Leachman. Oh, the list goes on. It's just so much fun. You can't go wrong with this. The Muppet Movie is definitely worth watching. I mean, if your kids haven't been introduced to the Muppets yet or never knew about this, if you got Disney Plus, you gotta check it out. This is the one you gotta start off with, and then go to the Great Muppet Caper and so on. I really do love the Muppet Movie. It's very good. And now for the final two. This was a tough decision, as we got a super spy and a incredible, super awesome adventure in the top two. Number 2 is The Spy Who Loved Me from 1977. Definitely a great Bond movie. This, of course, was Roger Moore's third outing as Bond, and I'm going to say this is easily one of my favorites of his. Maybe. But just wait when I do a ranking of all those movies of his. You'll find out when I do a ranking of this, of Roger Moore's Bond flicks, as well as review this movie next month. I'm just going to say we got to see all sorts of fun stuff in this one. I mean, I like how Bond does his job when he's investigating the hijacking of British and Russian submarines carrying nuclear warheads and all that stuff. But even so, it's just so awesome. It's the 10th James Bond movie, and of course, it's well known for its great theme song by Carly Simon called Nobody Does It Better. I actually do get to hear that on the radio, as a matter of fact. But anyway, The Spy Who Loved Me is definitely one of my, possibly one of my top 10 favorite James Bond movies overall. So anyway, The Spy Who Loved Me, I do love it. It's awesome. And finally, number one is Raiders of the Lost Ark from 1981, which I reviewed earlier this month for its 40th anniversary. I absolutely love this movie. This is the film that introduced the world to Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford does an amazing job in playing old Indy. Karen Allen, great job as Marion Ravenwood, very good character. We had lots of good performances from others, including Paul Freeman, Rob Lacey, Dan O'Malley, and John Rhys Davies. I have a lot of nostalgia for this. This is just so much fun with all action, and especially seeing Indy's fear of snakes and that snake pit scene. Yeah, that was really something. So, anyway, but it had a really intensifying ending and what have you. But anyway, that's about it. So, Raiders of the Lost Ark is my top rewatch for June of 2021. That's it. So, what did you think of this ranking? Tell me in the comment section below, please. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, be a part of the Big D Nation, and join me next time when I bring to you a 50th anniversary re-review of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other videos. In the upper left-hand corner is my Fast and Furious franchise ranking I was talking about. Or, if you'd like, go to the upper right-hand corner for my review of my movie that ranked number one on this ranking, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Or, go to the bottom left-hand corner for my review of the movie that came in number 4, Furious 7. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.